Tomlin may eventually see the Coach of the Year award. We're going to draft the top candidates next. Here comes the trivia question for Chris. Lamar Jackson is 0-6 in his career when trailing by 2 scores in the second half of a game. Which current quarterback and future Hall of Famer started his career 0-26 when down by 2 scores in the second half?
I believe this is Drew Brees because I remember seeing it a few weeks ago, and I think he got his – no? Damn. Who is it?
Current quarterback and future Hall of Famer.
Oh, it's Aaron Rodgers.
Yes,
man.
It is. Yes, it is.
Man, I should have known that one.
Yeah. All right, I get the first pick.
Yeah,
and Coach of the Year is a fascinating award because it goes to the coach whose team best exceeds whatever the loosely held expectations were entering the season, right?
Right.
So it's a sliding scale. It depends upon where you were supposed to be and where you finish.
Yes.
And right now,
yeah, where are you going to go here? This is interesting because there's some good ones this year.
Right now, I'm going to start with Brian Flores just because of what the Dolphins have done the past several weeks. Sorry.
Damn you.
But yeah, first pick, Brian Flores. Right now, if I had to vote Coach of the Year, it would be him. Where they are right now in relation to where they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
Without question.
Yeah.
And the switch from Fitzmagic to Tua has worked out perfect.
Right. And he's a defensive coach, and they're winning games with their defense. I mean, and not totally, but every game they make a few plays or whatever else to where you go, wow. He's really, toyed and messed with some offensive coordinators of late. Some of the things he's done schematically, and, I'm with you. That would have been my number one pick. I think I'm going to go with Mike Tomlin, though. That's going to be the next one. I don't really, I know we thought Pittsburgh was any good. Nobody thought they were going to be 9-0. That's a no negative Ghost Rider. And the fact that he can kind of, keep that team on edge, all the personalities, Big Ben coming off injury, everything that has surrounded that football team. I got to give Mike Tomlin a lot of credit for what he's doing there in Pittsburgh. He probably doesn't get enough credit in total what he's done there in Pittsburgh, but this is a pretty special year right now.
There had been a belief the Steelers could be really good this year. I agree with you. No one was thinking they would be the last undefeated team standing. I still think that what's going on this year had its roots in last year when they lost Ben Roethlisberger and they never gave up and they kept fighting and fighting and fighting. I think that spirit carried over. Now Ben's back, and they've got that mentality that, that they are fighting uphill every week. And I think that's one of the reasons why they've won every single game. Next one for me, I got to go with Kevin Stefanski, the Browns head coach at 6-3. The Browns have won 6 games. From 2015 through 2017, they were 4-44, and now they're 6-3. Are you kidding me? So, and we were both like, they should have hired Josh McDaniels, or Stefanski wasn't a play caller long enough. It's worked out well, and even without Odell Beckham Jr., they're winning the games they're supposed to win. They got to do something about winning the games they're not supposed to win, but they don't lose sight of what they need to do to beat the teams they're supposed to beat. And under that standard, they should finish 10-6, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And, of course, it is special. They've been irrelevant for so long, and the fact that they are playing the way they are and seem to have a belief and just a way they want to play every week, that goes all to Kevin Stefanski. So, you're right. I don't know if he's going to be my next pick. I think I'm going to take Cliff Kingsbury. I think he's the guy I'm going with next. We talked about it a little bit. I mean, they had the number 1 pick in football and just 2 drafts ago. And now here we are going, whoa, Mike Florio's on the bandwagon. They're 6-3, the number 3 seed in the NFC. I mean, they got it all going. And one of the reasons they got it all going is because that quarterback they got at Kyler Murray, and Kingsbury's a huge, important part of them acquiring him. I don't know if they don't have Cliff Kingsbury, if they just cut the cord on the Josh Rosen experiment and go there. But we know Cliff Kingsbury, and I know just from personal conversations, has thought Kyler Murray was a freak for like 7 years now, and he finally got his hands on him, so he couldn't wait. So part of their success is, yes, the way he's coaching the team, the fact that he got Kyler Murray there. They are relevant. They're fun to watch. And he's adjusting to NFL life too. I mean, look at all the runs they had last week. That was good. I mean, I'm impressed with the adjustments he's made, slowly but surely from college to the NFL. So I'll give Kingsbury my next vote.
Yeah, I was seriously considering him. This last one for me is very difficult.
Yeah, it's a tough one here.
I'm going to go with Sean Payton.
Okay.
When he hasn't had Michael Thomas, he didn't have Emmanuel Sanders for a couple of weeks. Drew Brees does not have that live down-the-field arm. That's well-established. And it's funny, just because they win a few games, there goes that narrative. No, he still can't throw the ball deep just because they're winning. They're winning. The defense hasn't been spectacular. And the fact that they so badly outclassed the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when everything was pointing toward the Buccaneers winning, that was impressive. So, I think Peyton has been underappreciated because of those 3 weird years, 2013, 2014, 2015, and really into 2016, right? The defense was so bad.
Right.
Nothing he did offensively was going to make a difference because of that lost year of 2012 where he was suspended and they were dealing with the bounty scandal. It took them a while to build it back up, but look at what they've done in recent years. And I think we shouldn't take good teams for granted when they continue to be good, because I think this year there's enough factors that maybe the Saints shouldn't be anywhere close to having the kind of record they currently have.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, he's such a good coach. Yeah, he kind of gets screwed over a lot of years. That's the problem. It really is, and he's phenomenal. He should be in this conversation every year and down to the final ones, at least the last few years, certainly. Man, I'm torn here really I'm down to like Bruce Arians and Gruden. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go here.
I'm surprised. I was torn between Peyton and Andy Reid. But go ahead.
I'm going to go with Gruden. I'm going to give Gruden some love here. I am. Again, the Raiders were not a good football team. He's taken over. They've built something. Derek Carr's having a good year. They got a top rushing attack. They've beaten some really good teams in football this year. If they sneak in the playoffs, if they beat the Chiefs this week, we're going to be really talking about John Gruden. So I'll give my old man Johnny Gruden some love.
It may not be a good thing to win this award. 2 of the last 5 have been fired. Ron Rivera in 2015 won it, was fired last year. Jason Garrett won it in 2016 and was fired. And some would say maybe Matt Nagy, who won it just 2 years ago.
Whoa.
Is in
so it might be 3 out of the 5 when the year's over.
Is there another kind?
Yeah.
3 out of 5.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.